Well, I needed some help because I was, I always wrote and I always rhymed, but I started getting to a point where I didn't know what to do with it, or even how to go about, embarking on a career in hip hop. So I, tried to gather information, as much information as I could, and I got this movie called The Art of 16 Bars, and essentially it really changed my life. It had all the greatest MCs in it, like MC Light, KRS One, Q-Tip, just anybody that, we consider to be the greatest pretty much was in it. And they talked about all the elements of being a great MC, and just everything that goes into being an artist, from freestyling to studio artists to record companies to being writers and just everything under the sun.
You must learn.
You know what I'm saying? You flipping your shit to where when you got it locked, the shit sound easy.
Can it be? The Casanova speaks, now repeated heavily, puts the flavor right where it should be. My words have been connected to performance of old. The way I utilize a bit and turn it to gold. And keep it overly creative, innovative, so let's check the flavor from the beta. Where's my DJ?
But KRS One came across the screen, and it was like, ah. Because he said,
I give to all MCs my entire catalog. You will not get sued if you sample a KRS One record or do an interpolation of my lyrics or anything. My entire catalog is open to the public. You will not get sued. You will not get sued. You will not get sued. My entire catalog is open to the public.
At the time, it didn't really occur to me what I would do with that information that I just got. But as time went on, I realized that I needed some help, and I didn't really have anyone to help me. I had a lot of questions, and I didn't have the answers, and I didn't have anybody to give me the answers. Then it just occurred to me, if there was any MC that I could ask these questions, who would it be? It would be KRS One, because he's considered the teacher, the quintessential, face of hip hop culture. I can't think of anyone else that I would want to be in a room with and ask these questions. So, of course, I couldn't just call him up on the phone and say, "Hey, KRS, blah blah blah." So, I figured I'd go more in depth and listen to his music catalog. And listening to the music catalog, I learned a great deal of knowledge, and it really changed my life. The Art of 16 Bars, this was what put me on the path. When I saw this movie, I felt like the Lord was speaking to me and showing me which way that I had to go. Like I said, I always wrote since I was a kid. Journals, stories, rhymes, whatever, haiku, anything that had to do with writing, and I still do. But the whole MC thing just never occurred to me. It was never anything that I thought that I would ever do. It was never something that I dreamed of doing. I feel that I do have a voice, and I love it so much, and I'm just going to see where this takes me, where this journey takes me on. You guys are going to learn with me, because this is a learning experience for me. I've been able to find hundreds of songs from KRS One that were absolutely free, but I did buy several hundred too. It's a huge music catalog, and I just want to thank him for even offering it, and I will use it to the best of my ability, and I will not disappoint. Connected with KRS the most because he just seems so knowledgeable and so passionate, and anytime he speaks, it's like a sermon and a lesson. Even in his music, like every song is a lesson. I mean, I listen to his music and I just know that I never want to be one of those whack MCs or one of those sucker MCs that he's talking about. I'll continue to listen and continue to utilize what I've learned in the music catalog and just see what type of MC I grow to be. I would love to have the power and the energy that he has on stage, but right now I still have a lot of nervous energy. I don't know what to do with that nervous energy. You know how you go from being afraid, and I'm not afraid to say that I'm afraid because I just don't feel that I'm prepared the way that I should be. I'm doing a live performance soon, and with a live band. I've never performed with a live band, so I feel a little nervous about that. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just gonna keep, watching and listening and just practicing, and I'm sure that I'll do an excellent job. I'm not even worried about that. But it's like once you get on the stage, it's like all your fear goes away. But it's not to say that it wasn't there at the start. So, but I want to become fearless. I want to become where I'm just confident every time in what I'm doing. Like, even like my freestyle is not consistent. It's like I have to get upset or really get in the moment, and a lot of times I'm thinking about other things that have nothing to do with what I'm doing at the moment. And it's not as easy as you think to stay in the moment. I mean, you hear that all the time in acting and all levels of performing. Stay in the moment, stay in the moment. But it's not easy. There's so many elements in being a great performer, and even more elements in being a great MC. I want to get on stage and I want to be able to have the whole crowd with me and totally rock the crowd and have the crowd with me. I don't ever want to be booed. So, I mean, I think I have a lot to learn, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get it, and I don't know how much practice I'm going to get performing, but I'm going to do my best to be very prepared for the live performance that I'm doing with The Hustle. So, and of course I have a day job, so I have to hit it soon and, go make the money to pay my bills and pay for all of this. I've gone back to some of my old videos, performance videos of people I love, like Prince and KRS and Michael Jackson, and just like all the greatest performers. I watched them. Freddie Mercury from Queen. I mean, he rocked whole arenas. I mean, he was amazing. People aren't doing it like that anymore. I mean, that's just days gone by. That one act could pull that much of a crowd and have the whole stadium with them on a song. I would love to see hip-hop come to that point. So I'm just going to do my best to be the best MC that I can be, and know that I don't know, and be willing and open to learn from whoever wants to teach me. So if there's anybody out there that has advice for me or has a lesson for me, feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me right here, youtube.com, AM SHELLIE B, and leave me a comment, send me a message, whatever it is. Just be nice, because I'm very sensitive. I've discovered that there's so many elements that go into being a great MC. I think I have some of those elements, or I wouldn't be even bothering with all this. But more than anything, this is just going to be a learning experience for me, and I hope for everyone out there. And you'll go with me, you'll come with me and see me make all my mistakes, and you'll see all my triumphs. This is just the weirdest thing. I mean, I've done several episodes of this show, but I still cannot get used to just talking to this camera on the tripod. I never get used to it. It's so much different when you're in a conversation, like a real conversation with real people. But I'm trying to remember that you all are my scene partner. And I just keep talking, and a lot of times I have no idea of what I'm talking about. Like right now, I have to leave and get ready for work. So I'll watch this footage later and think, this sucks.